Hey there, I'm going to mix two sets of coasters, two totally different colors. Just going to quickly go through what I've used. Medium viscosity, counterculture, DIY artist resin. Definitely medium viscosity. It is my go-to resin. I don't use really any other thickness. I really like the medium viscosity. The shell coasters hold 2 ounces each. These hold about 2.5, the Kintsugi ones. And the shell coasters, I have mixed up about 3 ounces of resin, and I've added all from Finalizing Color Shop, Gilded Rose, Sepia. So that's this rose gold color, which is really, really beautiful. I may have put just a touch of sparkling white into it. This little bit of white is sparkling white, sparkle white, white crystal, and a drop or so of Armor Art white epoxy pigment. So I don't have much of that at all, maybe a ½ ounce or so. And I have some gold, and that is Pinata Rich Gold alcohol ink with the Sparkle Miner's Gold. I'm going to use half in here and half in here. I'm just going to kind of go around the edge of the shell. I just want a little of a golden shimmer on the outskirts of the shell shape. The rest is going to go in these molds, or if I have resin left, it'll go in earrings or foam grip holders. Now I'm going to put in, with the peacock colors, I'm going to put in just a little scoop of the pale gold mica. This is super pigmented, and it is by Iridron from Laura's Art Corner. So that is going into the gold. That will go into these coasters with the peacock colors. I wanted it richer and deeper and more pigmented than I did for the shells. So now I'm going to pour in this beautiful rose gold, which again is Gilded Rose and Sepia from Funshine, which is an Etsy store. Petra Youngblood is in another country, and her Houston, Texas shop is the Funshine Color Shop. Just trying to make sure I get about the same amount in both coasters. These hold just 2 ounces each. They're not super thick, so you don't have a lot of leeway with them. Got a little bit of white, and I'm going to put it kind of just here at the bottom. Just a little bit, just to make it a little lighter at the bottom, but not much. And I may save some of that for the other stuff. And I'm going to take my heat embossing tool and kind of blow it a little bit inwards. So I'm actually going to just let it do its thing, and then I'm going to start on these. And if I need to go back to those, I will. So I've got all these peacock colors, and these are Kintsugi molds. Typically I would do them more of a solid color, and who I'm doing these for, Tammy, said she would like peacock colors. I thought, well, I'll just mix a rainbow of the beautiful, luscious peacock colors. So I've got Lorez Sapphire Blue with some sparkling white from Funshine. Peacock Dance, which is a really deep kind of midnight blue green. And then I mixed Funshine's Mermaid with a little bit of ocean green alcohol ink. It gives you this turquoise color. This beautiful magenta color is Color Art Primary Elements, Jasmine, and Passion. And the last one, Luscious Plum. And it's kind of a deep, rich burgundy purple color. So just trying to decide how I want to put these into this. I want them to kind of intermingle with each other. So I guess I'm just going to start pouring colors. I don't typically do it this way. Get this with the heat gun. Of course, the underside is going to look totally different, so I don't know. I have no idea what's going on the other side of these. So the gold and rose gold have intermingled together, and the white is kind of floated in, so I don't know what it's doing on the other side either on that. That's the thing about resin, is you really just don't know, and you just have to let it kind of do its thing. So it's beautiful colors, and I just really have no idea what it's going to do on the other side, especially with the gold in it. So we'll just have to wait and see. I could swirl this around. I don't want to scrape the mold underneath, so I'm going to just take this plastic scoop. Gives it a more interesting look on this side, so we'll see what happens on the other side. I will cover this up and I'll see you when they are set up. Okay, let's start with the little guys and see what they look like. Pretty. Not much of the gold showed up on this one, but I did a little gold outline or something to make them kind of work together. No, it's actually more shimmery on the the top side where the resin's poured in, but still very pretty where the etching is. And I may put etching in these. I might fancy them up a bit. Here's the real question, is how these turned out. I don't think they'll be as pretty as they are on top, to be honest. No, they did not turn out at all like I wanted. The colors just stayed in sections, even with the swirling around. It didn't move it enough because I didn't want to scrape the bottom. But These sides are beautiful. So what I may do is I'll fill in the gold cracks on this side, and what I may do is just put some gold cracks on the top side and then clear cut them again. That's probably what you're going to see me do, because I want them to be beautiful. And this side is really gorgeous. Okay, so I have some liquid leaf. This is classic gold. It's a little oranger than the gold that's in here. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a warmer gold, and it's a little bit on the thick side. This is liquid leaf. It's in my Amazon. This is classic gold, and I think the other one I have that's lighter is brass. So they kind of come in different shades. I have this one, which is brush leaf. It is a different color from this one. I have this is from model cars. It's really a bright brassy color, and my liquid gold is a bright gold. So what I did is I took a little cup and I put some of this thicker liquid leaf that's oranger, more classic gold, in with some of this brighter gold. So it's kind of an in-between, and this is pretty thin, but it's fabulous. Both oil-based. You have to be careful with these kind of bottles. I've tried to clean up the lid as best I can around the ridge. When you get that buildup around there, you can't get this lid off to save your life. I played with it and had to pry it open and everything, so just keep that in mind, you know, that it's oil and it does kind of seal around the edges. You can take a toothpick and kind of scrape away some of the paint if possible. Just, you know, try to help yourself make it as easy as you can to get in and out of it. Don't load up the lid with the paint and then put it back on and expect it to come off. What I'm going to do is kind of follow the pattern from the mold on this side as well. So I've got a long liner brush, and I'm just going to paint on the cracks. So I'll let these dry. Okay, I decided I'm going to use the Deco Art 24 karat gold on these. I think they would just be lovely just left the way they are. But I'm hoping the 24 karat gold will enhance, is what I'm hoping. So I'm going to try out an area. Okay, I'm letting these still cure with the top coat, flood coat of resin. I wanted to take this I had made with my leftover resin, some bright red coral, and I wanted to take this out of the mold and put it in a bowl, if I can. It's thin viscosity, so it's not as hard as the medium viscosity would be. So I don't want to touch it, I think because the top of it's wider. Hopefully won't have a hard edge. I was just experimenting, putting mica powder in a mold first before pouring the resin, and I didn't do a fabulous job on the mica powder, so this will just be an experiment. So I'll just put it in the top of a solo cup kind of thing. There's some cellophane attached to it, but I think that'll pull off, so I'm going to let that sit just the way it is. So I etched it in 24 karat gold and put a flood coat on top. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And then these are the Kintsugi mold. I did not like the way it came out on the mold side, so I painted my own gold lines and then flood coated it. So I'm just letting these get hard. Those are earrings and dog tags. So I'll just let these sit and I'll be back.